Gets his second career start for Syracuse. It was Ricky Collins who filled in for Angeli, who ruptured that Achilles tendon in the Clemson game. Things didn't work out so well for Collins, although he did return to the lineup last week against Miami as Filardi got the start against UNC. But here is Filardi in a big spot in his first trip to South Bend, and the handoff is a loss right away for Will Nixon. Road game as it was, and now they're without the leading rusher, and stepping in front for the pick for Notre Dame, Jalen Stroman. Just like that for 42 yards, pick 6. Haven't even had the ball on offense yet.
Yeah, when you get an empty formation, usually a quick throw is going to happen. Stroman has played a lot of football. The transfer from Virginia Tech, he sees the quick route coming and pounces all over it. Filardi just trying to get a quick completion early. Stroman says, He's a ball guy, catches in his hands, and the rest is history. An unbelievable start for this Irish defense.
They had a couple of pick sixes last week in the win over Pitt. It's the 18th interception of the season for Notre Dame. And there is a happy Chris Ash. The season didn't start out like that.
It's changed games, Hixie.
Disastrous start for Joe Filardi. Just trying to get something positive going.
The first 3 plays have not been good.
Just a gain of 1, 2nd and 9. This is a pass complete to the near side. And the ball is loose, and Notre Dame all over it near the goal line. Looks like they're Marty, who in that other start against North Carolina didn't complete a pass until his 9th try. And the pressure comes on him, and that is incomplete. 4th down right now.
He's got a steep challenge ahead of him. 1 play at a time here, Filardi.
2 minutes and 41 seconds in. He finds himself down 14 zip, rolling it out, skips it to the lineman, rotating in just because of injuries and whatnot. Here's Filardi on the move and has a pass complete to Darius John. This time it's Filardi who is in there on short yardage situation.
He found enough to make a yard.
So something positive for Syracuse. This pass complete to Darian Williams, and he spun around.
Get some positive plays going for your young quarterback.
2nd down and 6. And this time it's tight, ascending to since those first couple of games of the season. Filardi with a snap, and that pass is picked off. Leonard Moore's turn to go the distance. Unbelievable start for the Notre Dame defense. Been in 3 games this year, but not in a spot like this. And Will Nixon, the son of the offensive coordinator's got a starting job. He transferred to Syracuse, got the orange off to that incredible start, and now he's watching this unfold at a place where he used to walk on campus.
I'm trying to put some air in this defense.
3rd and 4 for Luke Carney. And Nixon has nowhere to go.
His life right now at Notre Dame, and we're seeing it out there on that field.
So here is Carney, stays in there, quarterback. This is a decent gain for Tylee. The final home game of Jeremiah Love's story career here at Notre Dame. Deep down the sideline, that pass is incomplete. By the way, as you look at the 8-0 hole, still with 5:43 left. It's just nothing going on up front.
I understand.
What could be the last home game of the season. Again, there's a college football playoff that the Irish hoping they're a part of. Filardi, by the way, is back in at quarterback for Syracuse. He's
a screen, take a shot, whatever it is. We just need to get something positive going here.
Here comes the pressure. Drake throwing right in his grill.
End it off, Dan.
All right, where's your dollar? Here comes pressure. And that ball incomplete. 4th down.
Yeah, I like the idea. Hand it off or throw a screen.
Notre Dame defense has allowed just an average of 14 points a game. They have not given up anything today thus far. As here is Filardi, and he's got some wheels. Close to the first.
Comes in.
And this is Hill. Just getting. It's always somebody's Super Bowl against us, as we were talking about Syracuse coming in here, but Notre Dame has proved It really is the way he can recruit and get his kids to believe in his culture that he's building. More pressure, and this was almost picked off. Leonard Moore, Devontae Smith. This is just the fourth game that we've had all three of those guys on the field healthy. Second down and 10. This is Filardi stringing it out to the right. 3rd and 10. Nothing. Syracuse faced with a 3rd down and 10 situation here. And Filardi goes to Villari. His Long Island man.
The field, get to Villari. Picking up the first, a big one for the Orangemen.
Trying to get something going here. That is Jaden. Family's still down in Florida. He says he hasn't seen them since the bye week. It's been a long time, and the big commitment here to Notre Dame. He's done a heck of a job here. There's Traore wrapping up Syracuse at the Notre Dame 49-yard line. 3rd and 10. Filardi trying to pick up the first down. Goes again to Villari. So Filardi.
Some young guys developed pretty darn good. Now they got a 4th down. It looks like they're coming one more time.
Filardi rolling out to the left. Tries to go to the tight end. He'll be short of the Notre Dame coaching staff and players. So here's Filardi beginning this drive at the 25. And a first down there by Will Nixon.
Yeah, you know why he's respect is instant. And you saw what he did in the first 4 games at Syracuse. He's a really good football player.
Nixon just short of the first down. Now trying to pick it up as Filardi was blocking out there.
That he should have been the quarterback for Notre Dame. He had played that well.
Yeah, and Jolie was biding his time even last year when they brought in Riley Leonard for a year from Duke. Good open field. This kind of team, his kind of culture. Second down and long. Filardi to the air. Incomplete. 3rd and long. Texas trying to make a name for himself at Syracuse. Nowhere to go. 3rd and 13 turns into 4th and 4th.
Was always going against the grain, and his family. Lloyd Carr's their grandfather, and big Michigan family. Everybody rooting for the Wolverines. Chad, the youngster, I'm not really a Michigan fan. Was always going against the grain, and one of the things that really makes you break down.
After he originally committed to Miami of Ohio, but Tommy's had a really good senior year and was able to get his dream commitment to go to Michigan. That was the Carr family, exceptional group of people.
If you have not read the article, read it.
3rd and 7 on the run.
Your life.
Incomplete for
pass interference. Defense number 6. Ball be placed in the spot of the foul. Automatic first.
It's amazing his maturity and his perspective on life. Beyond his years.
Jared Dawson with a stop. Tragic story. His father passed away at the game, and it overtook Freeman so much that as he went to practice as Notre Dame looking to do what they did last year. Had that early loss to Northern Illinois, then they ran the table. They lost the first 2 games this year, and then are working on an 8-game horizon. And that could very well put Notre Dame hosting a first-round playoff game like they did last year.
At Notre Dame Stadium.
Second down. That's Jaden Hart getting no.
Now execute this play with that kind of intensity.
Filardi, who was pulled after a series earlier, gets pulled down at the.
Being intentional and improving in every way as a football player, and we see it on display every Saturday afternoon.
So here is Syracuse, and this is Will Nixon with within 133 yards of that all-time mark by Vegas Ferguson. Second down and 2 for the Orange. Filardi's still in there. Whistles come in, and a flag is down. That's true.
Offense, number 78. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
But a lot of people, if you know, all that kind of spectacular ability that you look for in a Heisman guy, right?
No doubt. And he splits the opportunity. Defense chasing him there.
Those are, whoa, a little juggling act there by Filardi. He's able to get the ball, but he's going to lose some more yardage. Aggressive mode that Love has developed as a running back. It's not all just wild runs and great runs. As this pass is incomplete, more flag.
We see it in his play. I keep using this word.
Pass interference. Defense number 7. Ball be placed in the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
It's going to be on Christian. Be a great one. His teammates see that, and they all rally around him.
1st and 10 for the Orange. With that call on Christian Gray. This is Filardi losing more yardage. Little brother Dylan, very familiar with him as they played lacrosse back in the day. Dylan on his way to Notre Dame, Jordan's younger brother, to play lacrosse, perhaps football as well. More pressure on Filardi. Just a nightmare going on for him right now. I go draw. Let's run it.
There you go.
There we go. Filardi diving for a good game, but well short of the first. A little more about C.J. Carr and his late little brother Chad on that as well. Part of the Here Come the Irish series, as we talked about.
Big Carr
Is the nicest young man you will ever meet.
Yes. And there's actually a funny story when you were in there the first day, right?
And a handoff here, looking for a...
Certainly one of their best defensive players, and you said it plays in all the different situations.
So Filardi, who is substituted. Filardi began the season 5th on the depth chart behind 5 scholarship quarterbacks. And here he is. Filardi's dad walked on the Penn State team, led the team in tackles back in the mid-90s. This one is scooped up to play college sport, one sport, right? Handle all the academics, the schedule. But Filardi says he's up to it. On 3rd and 7, and we've got another pick. And this is the latest one by Ethan Long, who joins the parade. 42. 43, we'll call it. High snap. Filardi handles it. To CJ yesterday, because yeah, those were my cousins. I had a big group.
Sure they were.
But the thing is, you get to Pegs on a Sunday, and the line can be.
He didn't have to wait 45, but he made it abundantly clear to us that these were his cousins.
Just short of the first down for Syracuse. On third.
And in the NFL was with Andy Reid in Philadelphia, Chip Kelly, so experienced guy, but that's his son. Will was a big part of.
And Will Nixon played 3 games last season before he injured his foot, so he missed a lot of time last year, so he was anxious to. Comes up with a catch from Filardi.
Just throwing the out route. Plays a lot of backups in for Notre Dame, and they're getting their opportunity. They've been chomping at the bit to get out there and play. They practice hard all week long, so they can't wait. They're going to try to make a play themselves.
Now you bet these defensive reserves are going to try to preserve this shutout for the.
And as a coach, you have to maintain that standard regardless of what's going on in the ball game. And you're constantly evaluating your players. 4th and short here.
After losses, he said winners get washed. That's when you just take a shower. Only winners get washed. He says, I just brushed my teeth. I'm mad and I'll wait a little bit. There's another interception.
Brought to you by Walmart. This is Ethan Long playing that middle safety. I just want you to watch his eyes. He's looking at Filardi as Filardi drops back and stares left. Long breaks on the ball. Filardi throws it right into his face mask. Notre Dame does an excellent job.
Another playoff run. Notre Dame hoping to go deep again into the playoffs and perhaps go all the way. We'll see. Filardi spinning around. Plenty of time. Now the pocket closes and he's forced to run it out. Picks up a pretty going to start. So they have been playing with that kind of pressure since the middle of September. Cannot afford a
He played, and any of those guys have hiccups down the stretch on the right side, there becomes opportunity. But you know, if you follow this thing, those brackets to me are set up, and they've been awfully impressive.
2 plays begin this shift. We're not set before the ball was snapped. It's a 5-yard penalty. First down.
8 straight wins.
I think what holds true and what is held true in whatever format it is if you're going to lose early, right, Coach? Here is Carney going down. Get another next week at Stanford. Stanford having a tough season. Cardinal at 3-7. Cardinal will be playing Cal tonight in the big game a little bit later on. Here's Carney on the mark. Nice pass as he threads it in there.
Coach on a daily basis, and these guys have bought in, and it's a big reason why they've been on this 8-game, soon-to-be 9-game win streak.
4th down and 4. This is Carney trying to make something out of it, and Notre Dame's going to take over on down.
The runners are getting to the perimeter too easily.
Can you give me the quick depth chart at defensive tackle for Haskell? Half before Fran Brown and company knew it hit him. Filardi giving it to Davion Kerr.
You know, when you're a left,
Syracuse, even though they were outmanned this week, they had higher expectations coming off a bye week. This is Filardi with flags coming in. Looking for John Tay Cook down the sideline.
Pass interference, defense number 20. 15-yard penalty automatic, first down.
That's Cree Thomas, the freshman out of Phoenix. Marcus Freeman yesterday, he said, probably not. They made a decision after he talked with his mom and Jaden Greathouse that the best decision was to preserve the red shirt.
and again, for a guy like that to be able to preserve that year of eligibility, good for him and good for the Irish.
And it speaks again to the Irish depth, especially at wide receiver. Speaking of wide receivers, that's a nice grab, and it's a nod to the future. He says we're putting guys in situations right now because we're building for the future. This is Tylee Kill, who's a part of that future.
About trying to get him some opportunities here late.
Inside 3 minutes in a 70-0 game, Syracuse hoping, praying that maybe
Go, but they feel good about the young core of players that they do have.
worst loss in Syracuse history is 62-0 to Virginia Tech in 1999. This is stacking up to be the worst. The defensive coordinator for Notre Dame, he would be the new head coach of Penn State after James Franklin was let go. I thought that was pretty spot on.
You know, I believe that.
Quickly things can change when they don't go quite that way. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Defense as well as anybody in the country right now.
Yeah, let's not forget the sky was kind of falling.
Sure was.
Notre Dame fans were concerned. They thought this defense was never going to wake up. Here's Syracuse trying to get on the board in the final second. For a point.
The clock is ticking.
Filardi to the end zone. Incomplete. Fans who are still here are hoping. Here's Filardi with the keeper, and Syracuse has scored with 7 seconds left.